All right, Elder Lawya, let's get Revelation 12.
Revelation 12:1.
Come on.
And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars.
A crown of 12 stars, which represents the 12 tribes of Israel.
And she being with child cried, travailing in birth, and pain to be delivered.
And pain to be delivered, read.
And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon.
A great red dragon. Now let's see who this dragon is.
Having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his heads.
The 7 heads represents the 7 mountains of Rome. The 10 horns are the original EU, the union of the European nations that was consolidated by the Roman Empire with a confederacy against us. Every time they would attack us and we would go someplace else, they would align themselves with Arabs, Ishmael, as the conspiracy states in Psalm 83, to help them, to help their continual attack and pillage against Jacob. Read.
Verse 4, and his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth, and the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born.
So this is what? This is near Herod. The governor Herod, set up by Esau, who was also an Edomite. Herod, who what? Who wanted the wise men to bring Christ to him in order for him to sacrifice Christ to their gods. He was seeking to kill the child. Edomites. The same way they prey on the ignorance of straight crazy people. Ignorant people. Who they think people are dumb. Oh yeah, it's a woman's body. It's her choice. These blood-drinking Satanists have actually did what? Have desensitized the world to a degree that unborn children aren't even safe. And it's the same people that's behind the serpent, that's behind that legislation. What better way to get in front of a future prophecy than to kill the child before the child has an opportunity to fulfill the prophecy? What better way? What better way, folks, to thwart a prophecy than to put political scenarios in place that would have a woman choose to destroy her own child before it's born? We're reading it right here. They wanted to do that to Christ. They wanted him dead at birth, knowing the prophecy. What is the prophecy? The elder shall serve the younger. So Esau was waiting to gain political power in order to do what? To enforce the threat that was given by his father. The Edomites. The threat was, no sooner as our father Isaac dies, I'm coming after our brother Jacob. They just needed the political fortitude to do so. So when you see other people coming into your neighborhoods and all that being lined under immigration, you need to look at that entirely different, folks. This is social engineering by Esau. And he's going to use the phylactery to finish our people off. And I'm going to show you what the phylactery is. Read.
Verse 5. And she brought forth a man-child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron.
Come on.
And the child was caught up unto God and to his throne. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she have a place prepared of God, that they should feed her there 1,260 days.
Come on.
And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan.
That old serpent called what?
The devil and Satan.
The devil and Satan.
Which deceiveth the whole world.
How do he deceive the whole world? He used media. He used psychology. See, but if you know you're Israel, you're not going for it. And this is why they said what? Well, Any Israelites with any sense wouldn't go for it. But you got even Israelites saying, oh yeah, well Esau say we always took these injections and all this other stuff. Hey, it's okay. I'm fine. Out of their minds. On one hand, you call Esau the devil. And on the other hand, you follow everything he say. He becomes your daddy. Putting and placing your people in harm's way. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil. Read.
And Satan, which deceiveth the whole world.
Read.
He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Read.
And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night.
Now let's go all the way down, Elder Lawya, if you may, where after Satan could have no more power in heaven, he did what? 13.
Verse 13, And when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child.
The serpent persecuted the woman who brought forth the man-child. Who's the woman who brought forth Christ? Israel. So no soon as what? No soon as Christ died, resurrected, and took full power of heaven and earth, the keys, as far as hell goes, Satan was bound to this realm where he could no longer go into the ground anymore or above the firmament. He was trapped here. And at that point, he began to come after us. He began to send the armies after us. Read.
And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child.
Read.
And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time and times and a half time from the face of the serpent.
And this is when we started fleeing. We went into different parts of Africa, Spain and all that. We're talking about 70 AD. We started fleeing from what? That's right. The assaults, being assailed by the Roman Empire. And once we settled in Spain and others, 1400s, they began to do it again. They came against us again. In Africa, they would send Catholic missionaries till this day and still come after us. And now we're in the cities, minding our business. We don't have what? We don't have what? A pot to pee in and a window to throw it out, and they still coming after us. We're poor, destitute, and now they begin to roll out stuff and saying, well, guess what? There's a disease coming for y'all. Same thing they did in Spain. Y'all better wake up. Because why? Folks, they don't see us as the poor people we are or the destitute people we are. No. They are afraid of what they know will become. They know the prophecy. The elder shall serve the younger. So right now, we may be a bum in the street. We may be on drugs. We may be whatever. But that's not what they're concerned about. They're concerned about what happens when these people clean themselves up and God used them for good. And if that happens, we will pick up from where that prophecy left off. One day, the elder is going to serve the younger. That's what they are afraid of, folks. That's why I pointed out the Knights Templar, the symbol on the car, the serpent. I pointed it out because, folks, let me tell you, we live rent-free in their head 24 hours a day. They are afraid of what we might become if they don't intrude or disrupt. Let's read it.
Verse number 15.
15.
And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman.
Water are the lies, philosophy, and evil they're spewing out. Read.
That he might cause her to be carried away of the flood.
And that's what the Jesuit does. That's what they do, folks. They come up with all these conspiracies to take us out. Biological warfare, psychological warfare, separating our families, indoctrinating our children against the biblical principles. They're working in universities. They're working in the churches. They're working 24 hours a day to flood us with evil, wickedness. satanic ideology. But Christ stated, "Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." I need y'all to see this real quick, folks. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Knowing is half the battle. And if we don't understand our history as Israelites, we're doomed to repeat it. Because guess what? Esau, he just pulled off the same old bag of tricks. He does the same thing over and over and over again. Now let's go back real quick, Elder Lawya, if we may, to the Baphomet. The crescent moon. But look in the middle here. That's a what? What is that? That's an apothecary. Let me type that in. Apothecary symbol. Apothecary symbol. Right? See? See it right here? Let me pull it up here so you can see it. I want y'all to see this. See that? See that apothecary symbol? So what will he use with Esau? What insight will the devil give Esau in the Arabs? To destroy God's people. They do it over and over and over again, and we keep falling for it. And they usually seek to target our children. Oh yeah, you want to go to school? Okay, well, you gotta stay healthy now. Oh, your baby's born. You're irresponsible unless we keep them healthy. Because they're after the child. This is what they'll use. So what they'll do, they'll go into these immigrant countries. The synagogue of Satan does. He go into these countries and he train the poor, those people who aren't doing anything, and bring them to school over in the United States and make them doctors. Give them pharmacies. So that you can't claim it's the white man doing it to you. Right? And guess what? The same thing that happened during the Spain and others, the expulsions. Before they were able to move us out of any areas in past time, folks, a so-called disease broke out first. A convenient disease breaks out, and then afterwards, our people are conveniently dead or get displaced or moved someplace else. Only for others to come in. This has happened throughout all of history, folks. The Bible. Is it hard to understand?
When it comes to reading the Bible, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is the Word of God.
The seals have been broken, and the truth is here.
And when we go throughout the scriptures, when we go throughout extra biblical records, we find that the language that God employed, that He used to create the heavens and the earth, was the Hebrew language.
Christ said, "I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel." But yet no one, no religious leader, no religious church out there anywhere can now identify the 12 tribes of Israel. Can we? God is quite simple, but it seems as if man makes understanding Him hard.
What are those mysteries?
The truth of your book and the truth will make you free. The Hebrew and Bible Academy. You're invited.